Good morning, you guys. Alright, it is Monday, the 12th of May. Alright, we are in the Colton area, I believe, Colton area, California, on our way to Ontario. Going to be making a delivery. This will be basically a local load for me. So I just came off of home time, but we'll get to that in a second. Basically, I got a pre-planned to just grab a load out of the drop yard in San Bernardino, and I did that, and now we're on our way from the drop yard to Ontario to deliver it. It's going to a place, I don't know exactly what it's called, but my load assignment, it said ACC 360. When I looked up the address on Google Maps, I didn't have a POI pin associated with the address, so now I have reason to believe the ACC 360 might possibly be Accelerate 360, which I don't know a heck of a lot about. It kind of sounds like a tech company more so than anything, but they have distribution centers and other stuff. And looking at the BOL on this, it said it's I think printed goods or something is what it said. Saw something about women something as well on it, but what exactly it is, I don't know. All I know is just some kind of printed goods. That's it. Oh man. Anyway, we are getting back in, just about in Fontana right now, or Fontucky as we like to call it here in Southern Cal. Shut up. What am I colliding with here, stupid? The truck's in the other lane, and there's absolutely nothing at all in front of me. Oh my god. And then as long as it was bleeping there, I thought I was going to trigger my auto brakes, but thankfully it didn't. Okay, so that's what's going on. The customer is right on the south side of Ontario International Airport. Go ahead and get it zoomed in for you guys there. I had it set up for those of you guys who aren't too familiar with my channel or with California, Southern Cal particularly. Just kind of have it set up so you guys can see where we're at in relation to Los Angeles. Alright, not Los Angeles, Los Angeles. Anyway. Okay, yeah, I don't know that I want to take it's, yeah, I guess we can go that way. I think it's wanting me to take, I don't know if that's Archibald or Milliken that it wants me to take, yeah. Should be one of them. Maybe even Haven, I don't know. Right there, I think that might be Haven. Right next to the east end of the runways at the airport. I think that's Haven. Yeah, because Archibald goes right into the middle of the airport. That's the one you use if you're wanting to fly into and out of Ontario. Anyway, okay, so really, if you guys are familiar with Ventura Foods, it's a place I've been to a few times. I've vlogged it before as well. We're just going to go down Harupa Avenue, right past the street that Ventura Foods is on, and pretty much by the end of Harupa, I guess the road should curve, or we'll hit a left turn, whatever it is. Go down a little bit and go east, go west on, I forget the name of the street that it's on. Some east, whatever. Alright, so that's what's going on here. So it's not a very heavy load, only about 18,000 pounds. Okay, so from that, I did mention I just came off of home time. Now, my home time was a little bit longer than I was expecting it to be. Now, I came out this way, I think I might have mentioned that on a previous video, that I was picking up a load in Sunnyvale, Texas, and I was going to Shafter, California, to the Walmart distribution center there. I get out this way, and actually I'm in Arizona, I'm on the phone with a buddy of mine in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden just before I got to Seligman, Arizona, I was getting the alerts about my coolant level being low. Now, you guys know that I've had some problems recently with it, where the sensor itself was suspected of being bad, and it got replaced. And then not too much later than that, actually, barely even a week after I got back out of the shop with it. Come on, let me over. Thank you. Yeah, barely a week after I got it out of the shop for that, the problem came back. And that time, like, okay, I've seen bad parts before. I come in brand new with problems, but if I'm still having a problem with a brand new part, you have to start questioning, is it really that part or something else that went bad? And it turned out it was a bad, like a wire harness connection there to the sensor itself. Hopefully this guy will keep his speed where he's at now, so I can, I don't know. No, look like he's playing road yo-yo. He's going to trap me over here, and I-15 is right after Etiwanda Avenue, and I'm inclined to go ahead and take 15 down to Harupa Avenue, which is the only exit between the 10 and 60 freeways on I-15. But actually, you know what? Even my onboard is, it's wanting me to take Haven or whatever it is. I don't see what the actual exit is, but knowing the area and knowing what the streets are in Ontario, that's probably Haven Avenue. Yeah, it is. Alright, anyway, though, so I had those two problems there. So when I first started having it pop back up again on my way out this way, I thought, well, okay, we got another electrical issue going on here. I thought I had a bad sensor or something, something about the indication issue. And, the truck wouldn't kind of reset the circuit, like I was able to do before, where I could shut off the truck, put it in neutral, restart it, put it back in drive, and that, usually that would resolve my low coolant warning, but when it was electrical. But then it didn't work this time, and I just happened to be coming right up on the exit for Seligman, Arizona, where the Chevron and I think the Shell or whatever it is stations are at, where trucks park. So I get off the exit there and stop on the off ramp so I can pop my hood and take a look. And let me get slid over. Less than 2 miles. Once I'm within 2 miles out, I want to be in the right lane. But anyway, I get out, pop my hood, and all of a sudden I look in there and there's coolant all over my engine bay. I see, all over my leaf springs, some other, like the right and front parts of the engine, the mount there on the top of where the radiator, where the coolant reservoir is at, and hooking up to basically on the right side of the radiator, somewhere in that area. That was also, that had like a little puddle on it. I'm like, great, this isn't good. So I'm looking all over. I'm checking every damn hose and hose connection and whatever else that could possibly be pissing out coolant. I can't find anything that's specific. So I look. I go back around to the other side. Same problem there. I see coolant all over the left side and the front side, front of the engine, whatever. I'm like, okay, what on earth would be leaking that would spray it out all over both sides of the engine bay? Now, if it's a bad hose, I would think it's more likely to just be limited to the same side of the engine that the hose is on. Now, I do have a hose or two on the right side, and I have some other hoses on the left side. So, I mean, so to me, as soon as I saw it was on both sides and I can't find the actual source, I start to suspect, is it a bad reservoir or a bad radiator or both? So, and I ended up limping it. I mean, I had what was left of my, I had, I don't know, not quite a full gallon of coolant available. And I fill it back up. And then I went ahead and kept going, and ended up, like, I got more coolant and along with fuel in Yucca, Arizona. And then I went ahead and, I didn't have any problems there. And then I went to, then I went and got on to, I went and stopped for a mandatory short split in Needles, California. Stopped there and take a nap. No problems, all the way from Seligman to Needles. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm okay then. I thought maybe it was, I was starting to be concerned about if I had engine problems too, because thinking about my Peterbilt, that's pretty much what happened. My Peterbilt, I had a cracked radiator, but I think it might have cracked because the engine was taking a shit, and I didn't know it. So that was a concern. But 15 feet, yeah. Okay, we're going to turn right onto Harupa Avenue. Harupa Street, as it says, but... okay, so... Yeah, now I think I'm okay as long as I'm not using my Jake brakes or climbing hills too much, where like anything that's going to cause the fan to run, basically. If I'm running on flat terrain, not too many problems there with that, but... Coming down grades with the Jake brakes on, because this is again reminiscent of what happened with my Peterbilt. First time I ever noticed a problem on that with the coolant problem was going down the grades with the Jake brakes on. This is 747. Yeah, UPS's facilities over here. There's a 747 right here, and what is the other one? That looks like a 767 over there. Another 767. It's hard to tell by the land. I'm trying to look at the landing gear. Yeah, I think those are all 767s over on the other side. Alright, here's Harupa. Make a right turn. Well, anyway, now I'm climbing the hill out of Needles after my split, and then then it starts, hey, you're low on coolant again. Great. So I stop off at the US 95 exit and check again, and that gallon or two, whatever it was that I bought in Yucca, in it goes. So I'm like, great, I hope I can make it to Barstow now, or if not... So right after, actually, as soon as I got through putting that in there and talking, I ended up calling my wife up, told her, hey, yeah, we're not, I'm having some issues here. This might be the street that Ventura Foods is on. It's over here somewhere. Turner, that might be it. I don't know. It's one of these streets. No, I don't think that's it. There's a cul-de-sac over here that Ventura Foods is on. It could be this one here. I don't know. Yeah, this next one's the cul-de-sac. So this is where Ventura Foods is at. I'm trying to read the Hofer Ranch Road. Yeah, that's got to be it. Alright, anyway, I call my wife up and tell her, hey, I might need help getting back to town, because I was going to end up wanting to put the truck in the shop at the the dealer in Hesperia. And so she ends up getting up, runs up to Barstow, buys me like 4 gallons of coolant, and then ends up running across and ends up meeting me in Ludlow, California, about 50 miles east of Barstow. And I'm glad she did, because I was having problems with the truck. It kept shutting down, and I kept having to like kind of nurse it with recycling the system and all that. Is this where I need to turn? This is the Lindsay Bravado Drive. This is the street I want, but and as best I could tell, the entrance is over here on this street. So let me get zoomed in for you. Anyway, yeah, I ended up putting at least almost 3 gallons of the 4 gallons that she gave me, that she bought for me, into my into the reservoir, just to even get it back to Hesperia. And then when I get over here, I ended up having to get repowered. Let's see. Okay. Now, yeah, it is Accelerate 360. Shipping, receiving. I can't. I'm trying to wash my tandems, but my seatbelt kind of holding me back a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how this works here. I'm just pick a random door to dock into and to back in front of or something, or what? I don't know. I guess I'll park in front of door 6 for now. I have no idea where, I gotta be able to park out of the way, but alright, anyway, I had a bad radiator. And then while they were doing that, I also found out that the transmission cooler was also cracked. They said they didn't find any evidence of like road hazards hitting it or anything like that. So, and it turned out it was cracked at a weld point. So they ended up replacing that They ended up replacing both on warranty. So I got lucky there. Didn't have to pay anything, and I'm glad, because radiators are not cheap to replace. They're about $4,000. So. Alright, let me go ahead and get checked in here, see how this process goes. This guy looks like he's going to talk to me in a second. I'll see you in a bit.
Hey, Bob, you been here before?
No, my first time.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I see the thing there saying the receiving office right there. Did you have a 3:30 appointment or some other thing? Alright.
Nobody there.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Wonder maybe they don't open till 3:30, I guess. And yeah, I was even looking on Google because all I got was the address.
Yeah, me too.
And I know on Google there's not even a POI pin for this building. It's
well, just wait.
yeah. Alright guys, we are done unloading already. So it ended up they wanted us, me and this guy, in doors 6 and 2. So I was already in front of door 6, so this guy ended up moving over to door 2 from where he was originally at. It was pretty quick, but now I had a 3:30 appointment time, but they did not show up to start unloading me until, both of us, until about 4 a.m. But once we got in, the dock door was pretty quick. It's right at 5 o'clock, and They actually unloaded me first, and well, they signed the bills right there as I gave it to them, and they gave it right back to me. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be pretty fast. Well, yeah, it was. They went and unloaded me first, and then they went and unloaded the other guy. And but I'm like, okay, I don't know if they're done with me. I should have gone the other way. I didn't realize this one-way street this way. That's all right. Francis Streets. I'm gonna have to find, see if there's a way I can get myself turned back around. Go back toward, I look like I can make some lefts. Yeah, I should be able to just, well, now this thing, it's not letting me see the map. Should be able to use one of these major streets up here, head back over to the east, and then come back up Haven. Alright, anyway, so what do I have going on next? Oh, this doesn't look like the most truck friendly. Alright, let's come this way. This is probably Mission. Yeah, it is. It's got a green arrow here anyway. Might as well. Yeah, Mission is, it should be a good legit truck route. There is a customer, I don't know if it's this one over here, but something over here nearby I know I've been to as well. Alright, anyway, that's it for this one. I'm going to take this trailer back to the drop yard because now this was a dry load, so it wasn't a problem, but when I got to the drop yard, I found out the reefer was not working because someone had already had the reefer unit on. I don't know if they mistook this trailer for an empty and turned the reefer on and then went and found out that it was loaded, even though the bill box is right there next to on the driver's side of the trailer. And all they had to do was open the bill box and hey, guess what? There's a bill sitting right there. That's your first clue that it's loaded. Just saying. But I don't know if that's what actually happened, since the load the reefer didn't need to be running for the load. Also, the clearance light over here on the top left corner is either in on. I think it's lit very dimly. It looked like it was on when I was at the drop yard inspecting, doing my pre-trip, but didn't look like it was. It was very dim. So I'm gonna take this trailer back there, drop it, so the technicians over there can work those two issues. Grab a different empty, and then head back to the house. And then tonight I'll be heading up to back down here to Colton, pick up my reload, and I'll be going to Texas, right? Colton Circus, and I got plenty of videos I still got to catch up on, so I don't plan to. Two right lanes closed. I don't plan to vlog the Colton pickup, or now since that be the case, I'll let you know it's going to Terrell, Texas, just east of Dallas, where US 80 and I-20 meet up. And to the Walmart DC there, and so I don't really plan to vlog either one of those two, but whatever comes after Terrell, we'll just say maybe I'll vlog that, alright? So I'll see you guys in Texas or wherever after this next load, or something else. Just depends on if I've already been to the customer, or if I got much I really want to talk about. Who knows? Alright, y'all have a good day. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you guys later.